Hi. Hi everybody, it's Lindsay, and yeah, I am attempting to use the camera I bought this time last year during quarantine. It is a Canon semi-professional, I forget what it's even called. What is it called? I don't even see the name on it. Anyway, it's a Canon camcorder. It is many steps up from the old Vixia that I used to have. And basically, while I was bored in quarantine last year, I decided I would start making payments on a new camera because I really wanted to get into editing videos again. But I didn't realize that the quality of the video was too much for my 2012 MacBook Pro to handle. So I was making a music video for one of my songs, and I couldn't edit it. I couldn't edit it in the way that I wanted to. I could kind of edit it, but my computer just would freeze all the time, and you've got to understand that I've already updated the RAM as much as I can. I've updated the hard drive to a solid state drive, and I think my computer just finally said, hey, like, it's time to move on. So I let the camera sit around and did nothing with it for a year, and here we are, April of 2021 now, and I finally said, let's try to get some kind of computer. I had thought about getting a brand new one, but then a lot of people say, you know, the M1 chip that's in that computer, in the MacBook Pro, in the new one that came out, and I guess, I think, did it come out? It came out late last year, but I think they have an upgraded one that just came out this year. I'm not sure. But a lot of people said wait for the AIR chip. Some better chip that's coming out soon. Probably in the fall. They said wait for that one. But a new MacBook Pro is, with everything that I need on it, is probably like $4,000. And of course, if I invested in a new computer, especially since Mac won't let you upgrade the new computers, I would have to get the most upgraded one that I could get in order to make it last another 8 to 10 years like I have with my other Macs. So I decided I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to wait until fall. And it probably isn't the best idea to go ahead and spend $4,000, especially when things have been so crazy in our lives right now. And work was so screwed up last year. You never know what's going to happen. And I've learned that I probably should keep money in the bank rather than just spending it when I get it, because we never know when something like this is going to happen again. So I went ahead and got a 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. It is, well, at least they say, it's the last one with SD card reader. It's the last one with a keyboard that isn't glued into the computer, so if you were to break a key off or something, then you could easily replace it. I believe you can still take the back off of it, and I think you can upgrade certain things in it, so I don't know if I could actually even go any higher in the RAM. I don't know, but I got it from Mac of All Trades, and the reason I'm filming this video right now, I'm going to talk about a few things in my life and everything, because I'm trying not to do that as much at my shows anymore because people have gotten pissed off at me. So we're going to talk about that in YouTube videos instead. But I want to make this video on this camera because I want to see if I will be able to run it on that MacBook Pro, and I want to see if I'll be able to edit it, and I want to see how long it takes to upload, download, all those sort of things, because I need to find out by the end of this week if I need to send the computer back or not, because I had 2 weeks to decide. And so far, everything I've tried to do on it has worked out great. So this is the last big thing. Now I know that it has a Retina display, and it's not set up to display 4K, which is not really that important to me right now. I'm okay with doing like 2K, and I think that's what it can process, up to 2K. I'm okay with doing that 1080p 2K, because my old computer, it couldn't even process 1080p properly. Even if I downgraded the footage from this camera or on my phone, it still didn't want to process it right. It was very slow and laggy, and it makes it very hard to edit things properly and precisely when you're missing a bunch of frames. Every time you play through it, it's skipping frames. You know, so you don't know if you've edited something properly or not because it's skipping. You don't know if you've lined a song up right with your lips if you're doing a music video. So it's hard. But I had 2 weeks to decide if I like it or not. And I think it's still upgradable in some ways. What I was going to say. Now I remember what I was going to say. I got the one that had the upgraded graphics card. So I think all of those from that year came with the Intel Iris graphics card. But then this one also came with the addition of the Radeon, some form of Radeon graphics card, which I believe, I remember back in the day when we had, still had a CPU computer, big glass screen, big boxy beige computer, and I wanted to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I remember Dad had to get a Radeon card. I believe it was a Radeon video card, and he had to update the computer with it for me to be able to play it. It's crazy how far we've come. And I bet the microphone in this camera isn't as good as the one on the iPhone. I still haven't got a microphone for it yet. I sold my one that was with my DSLR. I just sold the whole DSLR package together because I was so fed up with that camera. I really don't know how to use a DSLR. If you're using it to film something else, it's not that bad, but using it facing me and trying to film me on the camera was really difficult because the autofocus just wasn't great. It just wanted to focus on everything else, and it just kept doing this unless you stood and sat perfectly still and didn't move anything. Even then, sometimes a bug would fly by or a piece of dust would fly by and it would just go haywire. So here we are. New camera-ish. We can start using it now. New computer. And new me. So I guess I want to talk about life now for a little bit. Life updates. I finally started filming some content and thinking of things I could film and post since I am upgrading my equipment. And I kind of halted that for a little bit because, as you know from my last video, if you haven't watched it, my friend from Nashville, Al, passed away. And that just kind of halted everything for a minute, put me into a little bit of introspection, and now I think that I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm definitely okay. I think I've dealt with death a lot in my life, of family members, and I think that between that and the therapy I've had in the past and the medication that I take and everything, I think that I'm okay. And I'm not saying that I don't miss him. I'm not saying that it's not sad. I'm not saying that I don't think about it a lot and feel guilty, I would say weird. I would say that I can't feel much sadness because of the medication that I'm on. It kind of blocks that out. But I feel, strange about it. I think about it a lot. And I hate that I couldn't go to his celebration of life, which was last Wednesday. I'm having to get these bladder treatments. And I guess that's another life update I could talk about. So let's talk about the bladder treatments. For anybody who hates hearing this medical stuff and you just find it so gross that you want to cancel me altogether, don't listen to this part or click off the video. Okay, simple as that. Because I'm going to talk about it. Because there's someone out there that probably needs to hear it. And maybe it'll help them through a similar situation. So, the course of action was to start out with 3 treatments in a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then this week, now we're doing Monday, Wednesday. And then from here on out, I think we're going through 12 weeks of 1 a week. So I'll probably end up doing like Fridays, depending on when I'm in town. But that way I will be able to go to Nashville and still come home and do the treatments. So, they're getting worse as time goes on. It seems like the first one I had, it felt great. Well, no, it didn't feel great afterwards. The first one I had was painful, but that was a day too that I got an email that really upset me. Talked about it in a previous video. It really upset me that day, and I couldn't tell if my stomach was cramping from the catheter or if my stomach was cramping from stress and nerves. So I really thought it was the catheter, and it really freaked me out to go get another treatment. But then, as we started the 3 times a week then, I would say the first one was great. The first one after that first one that was weeks before the first, like, actual scheduled ones. The lady who did it, I didn't feel any pain. It was very simple, it was very quick, and we got done with it very quick, and I didn't have to pee a lot that day, and I felt really great. I felt numb down, like, in my bladder and in my stomach, and I felt a lot better. But then it seems as the treatments go on, and we've done them so frequently, that I am getting a little bit of pain in my bladder. I'm having a hard time going to the bathroom. Just a lot of things that y'all probably don't want to hear, but if you're curious, yeah, it's been difficult. It seems to get a little more irritating every time. It seems to get a little more painful every time, and I hate like that I'm having to do this, but at the same time it could have been worse, and hopefully these treatments will help me to heal, and then I won't have to go through any of this again. Here's hoping. The alternative would be Elmeron, which is 3 pills a day. And there have been some speculations of people who have lost some of their sight because of it, so that really freaks me out. But we won't know, for 12 weeks if what I'm doing now is working, or if we need to do something else. What they're injecting in me, I believe, is there's some kind of medicine that's meant to help the overactive bladder and the cyst in my bladder, and then there's lidocaine also mixed in it, which helps to numb it, so you don't feel as much of the pain or the irritation in it, which right now I'm dealing with it. If I have to get up and pee in the middle of this video, that's probably why. I know this is embarrassing. It's like some people are like, ew, she's talking about pee, but like, it's just a cold hard fact of life for me. I'm prone to cyst. I ended up getting cyst in my bladder and in my uterus and in my ovaries, and I once used to think it was just on my face, and right about the time I get most of that cleared up, now I got them other places. But I think that we'll get it figured out. I have a really great doctor and surgeon, and she really is the best around here. And probably one of the best in this country. I mean, I don't know because I haven't seen a whole bunch of other doctors, but she's really great. So I'm hoping that that'll be a fix to the problem. But we're going to stop talking about my pee problems because I know that grosses a lot of people out. And sometimes I'm very open and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I've always kind of been that way, and I've gotten worse about it in more recent years as I've been taking anxiety medication because I don't feel like holding anything back because I'm not nervous about saying certain things. So let's talk about one other thing. Well, first of all, I didn't say this. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope that you're feeling better now that this COVID stuff is starting to get taken care of, and you're not having to wear a mask every single place that you go, and the sun is shining here in the US at least, and your vitamin D is getting taken care of, and you're feeling a lot better. I know that I am. I feel so much better than I did back in February. I just feel like a new person. I really do. I feel like a new person, and I feel like I am so ready to start exploring more in Nashville and playing more in Nashville, and just things getting back to normal and things getting back to where I'm pushing to work my butt off on this music career. But here's the last thing I want to talk about. I keep tearing up. I tend to do that because the pollen's got my eyes irritated. and then like I'll be talking, and then my eyes just start watering for no reason other than there's pollen in my eyes and in my nose, and I look incredibly greasy. I literally slept in today until like 2:30, and then I realized, oh my god, my appointment is at 3 o'clock. I had to just hurry up and just throw some clothes on and just run out to my appointment. I didn't even get to take a shower, which is gross. But I just look greasy. I didn't mean to sleep in that late. Sometimes I do that. If I've had a long weekend of shows, Monday's my day to just sleep in. So here's the thing I want to talk about. Separating myself from negative people. And it's not necessarily that these people are negative to everybody. It's just people that I don't mesh with. People that have betrayed me, or they think that I've betrayed them, or just people that aren't necessary in my life anymore. People who just don't fit in my life anymore. Now hold on one second. I'm going to actually turn this on down here, so you're going to hear a little bit of air blowing down here. With all the recent stuff that's happened, with hearing that people are going around and telling my jobs not to book me anymore, in certain places, in certain areas, and with all that happening, I just kind of finally had a come to Jesus moment where I remembered what my therapist said in college, and I had the most lovely therapist. She still keeps up with me online, but she told me, because I was struggling then not only with a boss that I'd had in radio that really just ruined my self-esteem, but also I was brought back down to thinking about high school, because I wasn't that far out of high school at that point, only a few years, only 2 years out of high school when I finally sought therapy. And she was saying, you know, if these people, if just seeing their stuff on Facebook and thinking about the past and like seeing all of that reminds you of stuff bothers you, delete them. Like, what does it matter? If you're not friends with them, why are you friends with them on Facebook? And I felt bad because I wanted to prove to people, like I wanted to make people like me that didn't like me, or make people not jealous of me that were jealous of me, or I don't know. I wanted for them to see my stuff because I wanted them to know that I wasn't hurting or something. I really don't know what it was, but I had that moment back then where I just went and I cleaned out a bunch of people. And you know what? I started to move on. And it took a little bit of time. It took a couple of years, but as I started deleting these people and only keeping people on my Facebook that I'm actually friends with, or I actually feel positivity from and feel support from, and I can support their work, and I'm a fan of their work too, and we can just all support each other, I feel so much better. So finally, it's a cycle. Becoming a part of the music community up here in the tri-state area of Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina, it's become a lot like high school. We're a lot more mature now. We actually make money, and we pay bills, and we're adults. We do adult things. But through it all, and through everybody that I've met, it has become a little bit of a competition. Dramatic. There's drama moments. And I've never been one to like love drama. But the thing is, if someone pisses me off, I've always been the one that I can't let it go until I feel justified, or I feel better about myself because of it. And that sometimes can keep drama going for longer than it should. So it's not that I like drama, it's just that I feel like I need to be vindicated. I feel like I need to feel like the problem has been solved, which it never gets solved if you're in an argument or kind of rivals with somebody that isn't going to ever give in. And I'm not ever going to give in. So there's no point in even trying. But between the people that I've dated that hate me and I can't stand them, and all the things that have been said, I've said stuff, they've said stuff, and just the rude comments I've gotten, the people that come up to me and say things that was my mom. The people that come up to me and say things that just, I don't understand why they say the things they say. Or maybe they just want to bring me down. Or maybe they just want to be controlling. I really don't know. I'm done. I finally said, you know what? I've tried so hard for years to try to make these people that know those people that I dated, that work with those people that I dated. I've worked so hard to just sit and try to prove that I'm worthy, or prove that I am a good person, that I'm not a crazy person, that I'm not an asshole. Hold on one second. Hello? I'm filming a video. What is that? Hello?
Hey, where you at?
I'm filming a video in the basement. Can I finish it real quick?
I just wonder what you're gonna do.
I don't know.
You gonna make the bed?
I know, I'll probably work on some stuff. I just wanted to film this so I could see how it works on my new computer.
Are you going to the thrift store tomorrow?
Probably, yeah.
We need to look at some clothes later. Are you gonna wear pants tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I'll have to see.
Alright,
Bye. Mom doesn't get it sometimes when I'm filming. She's just like, no, we're gonna have a conversation anyway. What was I even talking about? Okay. I tried so hard to make these people think that I am worthy, that I'm better than what these people that I dated think about me. Or even people that maybe I was friends with and they don't like me anymore. I made a lot of friends through these relationships that I had, and even though they were not serious relationships at all, I mean, one of them only lasted a month, but it freaking ruined my self-esteem for years. Which it shouldn't have, because now I look back and I think, wow, like, why did you let that ruin you? But here we are, and I realize that trying to prove to these people that I am a good person, or that I am talented, or that I'm whatever they want to, or whatever I want them to think that I am. Mom's moving something around. I realize that it's only hurting me. It's only bringing me down. It's only putting negativity into my body. Seeing their posts on Facebook and seeing the stuff that they're doing, and just knowing that these people that I don't like are involved in that. The people that don't like me are involved in that. It just bothers me. It just ruminates in my brain. And what's the point of it? That's not the bigger picture. That's not the goal in my life. It shouldn't be the goal in my life. The goal in my life is to make a successful music career, to have hits on the radio, to be able to make a true living out of doing music. And I think you can probably hear my mom singing upstairs. But why am I focusing on trying to please people around here when that has nothing to do with me making it music? So I finally said, you know what? Things are getting back to normal. Places are opening up in Nashville for music again. People are starting to dance again. People are starting to go out and listen to the music more again. And Can y'all hear that? I hope you know I can hear that on the video. Anyway. Sorry, that's really distracting. Lord love her. She can't carry a tune. Anyway, so I got my singing from my dad. Mom's good at writing, though. She can write stuff. She can write poems and stuff. But, sorry, distracted. So I finally... Our floors are paper thin, and so are our walls. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled programming. I realized that I need to be focusing on me. I need to be focusing on my career. I'm in a relationship with my best friend. I have a beautiful cat. I have a healthy family. I have friends in Nashville, and I need to make more friends up there. I need to be better to these friends. I need to be closer to these friends because, you know, like I said, I lost one a couple weeks ago, and I need to be focusing on that instead of focusing on the drama here and the people that don't like me here and trying to please them. I think a lot of artists, most artists, I mean, we are people pleasers because a lot of our work revolves around pleasing people. Because if people, at least if a majority of people aren't pleased, we're not having a successful career. We have to please people with the music. We have to please people with the shows and the entertainment. We have to please people with things that we say and things that we do. If you say one wrong thing and people don't like you, Mom's gonna watch this video and say, why did you not cut that out? I'm gonna be like, because you were doing it over my talking. Maybe you can't hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. I don't know how good the microphone is on this camera, not having an attachment on it, but anyway. I'm working on my health. I gained my weight back from a couple years ago when I was at my lowest. I'm trying to get into shape and actually flatten out the weight that I've gained so that I feel better and look better. Because it went in the complete opposite direction. I went from 82 pounds to like 130. Well, guess what? My camera's memory card went full, which is not normal. I think that there are still some memory files on there. You know, sometimes like you delete the actual video files, but there's a file attached to them that doesn't get deleted. I think I'm gonna have to go through and clean my memory card off because there's no way that after like 40 minutes of filming that card should have been full. But then again, that camera is like 4K. But that's a big card, so. Actually, no. Is that a small card? Let me look here. That is the smaller card. I don't know where the bigger card is. I'm gonna have to find that. What the heck? I have like a 256 gigabyte one, or no, it was 128. Did I sell it? You know what? I bet I sold it. Well, I'm gonna have to buy me another memory card. Because 32 gigabytes ain't doing crap on this big thing. By the way, here's the camera that I was filming on. Now, obviously, this is probably gonna look better on my phone camera because I can put the ring light around it. I'm gonna have to get an attachment, a microphone for this, probably a little ring light for it. I actually have a clip light that I might be able to use on this. It's pretty bright, so it's up in Nashville though, so yeah, I'm still learning how to use this. You can tell it's very, very complicated. You got two XLR mic inputs here, and then you've got all these little things right here to adjust the mic. Oh wait, I flip it down. But I don't even know how to use any of that. That's like your mic channels and stuff, like how to adjust them. And then of course you've got the screen here. It took me forever just to figure out how to put the card in. it took forever for me to figure out how to put the power in. It's all these little hidden slots. See, that's where the power goes. You had to do this little thing so that it's grounded, so that nothing will ruin your camera or spark or, you know, ruin an outlet or whatever. But yeah, and then it's got the little wide angle, not a wide angle, it's a little shader thing for the light so that you don't get glare. You can do manual stuff with it, or you can do automatic. I prefer automatic while I'm still learning, and then maybe one day I can get into some manual stuff. But you can change whether this does focus or zoom, which is pretty cool. I like that ability, because sometimes it's more fun to zoom like that than it is to use the little button, because it gets a little more smoother and accurate. I think there's several different ways you can zoom on here. But yeah, and I guess that's the microphone right there, which is weird, but that's what it looks like. But anyway, let's get back to this. My phone holds a lot more footage than that camera right now until I get a better card, but we'll get a better card. Anyway, what I was talking about before was that ADHD, this is a mess. I've been working on it. I've been trying to clean everything out. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the stuff that I was trying to sell, because I was in panic mode last year and I was looking for a second stream of income, and I was working on Poshmark and selling a bunch of stuff, and it just proved to be a lot of work and a lot of distraction from my music. So I'm sending a lot of the stuff into ThreadUp probably. And then after that, I'll probably still sell a few things on Poshmark whenever I get done wearing something, or something doesn't fit right anymore, or something doesn't look right anymore. I'll probably end up selling them on Poshmark. But I can't keep up like a huge closet. I just can't do it. I got obsessed with that last year, obsessed with like watching the videos on people selling stuff and buying stuff, and it was fun, but it was a lot of work. And I love to buy the stuff more than I like to post it and ship it and find it, and it's just only fun buying it. So what I'm gonna do from now on is buy the stuff that I like, that I want to wear, and if it ends up not fitting or not looking right, then I'll just sell it on Poshmark or send it in the ThreadUp, I guess. The ThreadUp only takes new stuff, so I don't know. Anyway, rant. Went off on a side rant there. What I was talking about before, my camera got full. Separating myself from these people is gonna seem rude. It's gonna seem like an asshole move for me to make, and I realize that. But just seeing these people on my Facebook, on my Instagram, just online, it just pisses me off. It just makes me think about the things I went through dealing with these people's friends, or dealing with these people, and I am done trying to please them, because I've tried and I still get hurt. And I'm not talking about the people I've dated that I blocked them a long time ago, but the people associated with these people, or the people just associated with negative things in my life. I also plan to quit playing at certain places. I plan to limit my jobs in certain locations to only special places that I feel like won't have those people around as much, or won't feel as negative to me, or feel as icky to me, or bring back bad memories. And I think that that's gonna help. I already feel a ton better knowing that I don't see that stuff on my Facebook every day. And I just keep doing it every day. If I see something that makes me feel icky, if I see something that makes me remember things in the past that make me just feel insecure, I just go ahead and unfollow. Some of the people I won't even delete, I'll just unfollow them. Some people I deleted and blocked because I just needed to. And for anybody out there that did get blocked, I apologize, but at the same time I don't. But I'm sorry I had to do it, but I had to do it. I need to separate myself from these last 5 years, and I need to move on. And now when I say I'm not gonna, because sometimes I'll put on Facebook like I'm not gonna play in this certain area anymore. That doesn't mean everywhere, and I don't want venues, and I don't want people to think that I hate Hiawassee, or I hate Hayesville, or I hate Murphy, or I hate Blue Ridge, or I hate Blairsville. I don't. I just have some bad memories associated with the places. So the ones that I've started playing at in recent years in these places, that's fine. But the ones that have the bad memories associated with them, it's a little difficult sometimes to play at these places. So I've just been whittling down, and this doesn't mean that I won't come back to these places. It doesn't mean that I hate these places. It doesn't mean that I want to shit talk these places. And I'm not going to talk about what places they are. It's just I'm just going to move on for the time being. Hope that it's me climbing the ladder. Hopefully it means that I'm going to get somewhere in my career. But if for some reason I didn't, who knows? I might come back to these places. But I think that change is a good thing. It can be difficult, but it is a good thing sometimes. Things get stale if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. I know that I am an adventurous person, and I get bored doing the same things over and over again. I have to change up my set list every night. I add new songs all the time because I get bored of the old ones, and then I'll come back around to the old ones later when I get bored with the new ones. But I just want everyone to know that I feel partially ran out of certain towns. I feel like I'm being pushed out, if that makes sense. Like that some of these places just want me to leave and never come back. And some of these people want me to leave and never come back. And then there's the other side where these people are mad that I have got a place in Nashville. And I hate to say, like, oh, people are jealous. Maybe they are. Maybe some of them are. Maybe some of them just really just genuinely just don't like me. Which I get. I understand. But I worked my butt off to be able to get this house in Nashville. My mom helped me sign sign a lease, sign the mortgage. I pay for it though. And I worked my butt off to get to this point. And it's been a rough last 12 months. And it made me question a lot of things in my life. Made me question my career, made me question my house in Nashville. Do I need to get rid of it? Like, what do I need to do because times are rough? And now that things are getting a little bit back to normal, I am feeling so much better. And I hope y'all are too. I'm done ranting. I need to actually get myself together and clean the rest of this basement and clean my room as well, my bedroom here at Mom's house. And that way I can get back to writing in a comfortable place right here in my studio. And next time I come back home to Georgia, everything will be nice and tidy. And hopefully when I get back up to Nashville, I can do the same up there. Clean out some stuff, get rid of some stuff, get everything back in order. Spring cleaning, as they call it. What else am I gonna say? Let me know your thoughts and opinions below. I know it's just kind of a rant video. It's just kind of me just trying to get my thoughts out there so I don't have to talk about them at my shows. I'm feeling relieved. I'm feeling free. I'm feeling like a new person. I'm feeling more confident and better than ever, and I'm feeling just warmth and happiness. Even though things have been difficult. Like I said, this year's not been easy the last few months, but I think things are getting better. So I hope y'all feel the same way. Like I said, if you have any thoughts, comments, opinions, put them below in the comments section. Let me know how you're feeling about things getting back to normal, and if you're doing anything right now that's making you feel warm and happy. And if maybe you have seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression like I do, and maybe you've felt a huge change in your mental state over the last few weeks as we've come into spring. If you have, let me know. Let me know whatever you want to tell me in the comments below. Just be nice, because like I said, if anyone's just rude for no reason, the comments going in the trash, because there's no point in dealing with the negativity right now. I change when I need to. I work on myself all the time. I listen to the criticism, but sometimes the criticism isn't meant to help me, it's meant to hurt me. So we always have to sit back and we have to think about that every day. You have to think about what people you need in your life and what people you don't need in your life. And sometimes you have to realize it's time to move on, and it's time to start over, and it's time to just be a new version of you. So I hope y'all have a great week. I'm back in Georgia for the rest of this week, and then I'll be going back to Nashville. So bye y'all. Have a great rest of your spring. I'll be trying to make some videos soon that will be looking better, I hope. Bye.